I just wanted to let you guys know that Prime Simulation now has official merchandise, so the link will be at the top of the description if you want to check it out. There's a ton of cool products there, and there's going to be lots more to come as well. So without further ado, enjoy the video. Hello everyone, my name is Prime and welcome back to another episode of ETS2 Showcases, and today we are here on Iberia. This is going to be my first look, and we're going to be driving the Renault T-High series, the T-High Sleeper Evolution to be more specific. So this is a new one that came out a few days ago. It looks absolutely glorious. This is the top of the line model as far as I can configure it. Basically, I really do like it. We're going to just look in the inside here. You'll see a little bit of the interior. I will be doing a lot of exterior and cinematic driving just because I want to show off the map, because it is really nice. So we are here in Albacete, and I know this is going to be the land of absolute torture when it comes to me trying to pronounce these names, because if you guys see my American Truck series, you know I'm already bad at that. So just be prepared for some pretty butchered names. Anyway, so we're going from Albacete to Ciudad Real, whatever it is. It's 400 and some kilometers. Gonna be some side road and then some highway, so it's gonna be really quite nice. So let's get the Renault started up here. Ooh, kind of a grunt. Oh, we're actually in gear. Hold on. Ooh, that's a loud air horn. That's a little bit better. I'll be using the regular horn today, if you're wondering. So why don't we go ahead and... I don't need the headlights on, we just need a little bit of side light action. So why don't we go ahead and roll out of here. So hopefully everyone is doing well. I certainly am. And depending on whatever day this video may find you, hopefully you are doing okay. So let's try and get out of here without completely dying. Yeah, it's going to be... Actually, I'm so used to American truck stuff, it's not even funny. One-way situation here. Yes, I am on the left-hand side of the truck. That's how I'll be able to actually drive half decently. That's really the only way I, to be honest, really know how to drive well. I didn't do too bad, and thank you to all the people who gave great suggestions in the last video, or I guess which was the first one. It really did help to have some people who actually know what they're doing give me recommendations for that, and one thing was to always yield to the traffic in the roundabout, which I shall do. That guy is not changing lanes, so we can go ahead out here, and we're gonna be heading right over here. Sweet. But look at this, eh? Like, it looks absolutely glorious. Let's do some cinematics. I love the truck. You know, I say a lot about, you know, really liking the Scanias and stuff like that, but the Renault looks pretty good as well. I really do like the actually interior here. It's very much modern, and I actually really kind of enjoy that. So let's fling our way around here. Gee, being a little bit madman. I totally just cut off that car back there. Sorry. So this route was actually going to be all just highway, but I actually changed it, so hopefully we should get some just county road situation. I say county road, just kind of 2-lane action and not complete highway. As of right now, though, it's not looking overly promising, but we'll get to it. But doesn't matter that. Just look at this game. It's absolutely amazing. And you guys probably saw that little advertisement at the beginning of the video. Yeah, I now have merch. If you're for the Patreons, you will have access to pre-release stuff. So you would have also, so any of the patrons or patron, you would have access to already to a discount code. Plus, you would have already heard about it. So if you want to get some early access stuff for new merch drops in the future, I would recommend heading over there and checking that out, because that's something that I actually don't have in the description right now for the Patreon tiers, but that's a benefit that you get. So here we go. We got a little bit two-lane action here, but just look at it out here. It's absolutely amazing. So let's actually talk a little bit about the merchandise. So first of all, thank you guys so much for all the support. It is absolutely amazing what's been happening here on the channel, and I am so excited for what the future still holds. But saying that, when it comes to the merch, so the merch that I have created right now, and you can get on the on Spring technically, but the old Teespring. The link is down the top of the description. You can check that out if you so choose to. But basically this, as far as I know, and I mean things will kind of change a little bit, but this is going to be kind of the standard Prime simulation or Prime merchandise. So that's going to stay something. These products should stay pretty consistent along the road, no matter what other drops happen. And so then the goal is to every once in a while do a specific drop that then basically gets added onto whatever merch is already there. So there'll be different little collections and stuff like that you can check out if you so choose to. But when it comes to the standard stuff, if you want the kind of pretty basic Prime Simulation logos and hoodies and stuff like that, that's all going to be their standard. And then, like I said, there'll be specialty drops in the future, which is going to be really cool. So that's the plan. And so hopefully you guys whoa, I think there's someone turning. Yes, they were. Guessing I put on the brakes. That's the plan as of right now. Obviously, like I said, things can change. Some of the products may change that are standard versus not. And then when it comes to the drops, some of them may be limited time offers. Some of them may stay. That will just completely change, so that's why it's also be handy if you're especially if you're a patron. That's a kind of a significant benefit, because if they are limited availability and stuff like that, that is a definite benefit to get some early access stuff there, and plus the discount codes, because who doesn't like a discount? So that is the plan there. But let's talk a little bit of Iberia. I mean, it's long awaited. I know I'm not the first one to be doing a video on this. It's absolutely amazing to be driving through Spain and, well, I guess Portugal as well. I'm not in Portugal at the moment, quite obviously, but still, the Spanish, I'm really speeding too. The Spanish countryside is so cool, and I really do enjoy it. And hey, I get bragging rights. I'm driving in Spain. Not too much of my family can say that. Actually, I don't think any of them. So that's quite cool, actually. But yeah, albeit virtually, I'm still driving in Spain. It works. But yeah, obviously the Renault T truck is all new, obviously. Well, not all new. It's really not too different than the previous edition there, but the Evolution series, it's kind of nice. They did some things that kind of, I don't know, just gave a little bit of an evolution to it. So that's the best way to explain that one. I was actually going to do a Renault T series truck anyways, because that was requested by Mr. Ian Stevens, the patron. So that's again another benefit. You can recommend and have or request certain either deliveries, trucks, all that good stuff. But let's just look at the towns and stuff through here, and we got the green light. I guess I should probably stay interior for this bit, because I don't want to run any lights and stuff like that. That wouldn't be a good thing to do, especially in this. Yeah, no, it's quite lovely to see Iberia in its fullest, and I like these towns and stuff like that. And the other thing is that this is technically going to be part of the Cruising Iberia event, so hopefully everyone is getting along well on that one. Let me know if you've been doing or playing Iberia already. What's your favorite location? Where would you recommend? And also, how many deliveries have you done for the Cruising Iberia event? Because this is number one, people. I actually had just downloaded Iberia, and I am now playing it. So this is the very first one, and I am so excited that I have. Because this is really cool, albeit it's just pet food in containers. But we're not focusing on that. So let's get my foot down a little bit here, because we still got quite a bit of our journey left. But I do really, this Renault's starting to grow on me. Like I said, I've always been kind of a Scania person, but when it comes to in a way, it's just so clean. To be honest, the Renault is just a clean vehicle. It looks quite modern. I certainly have a modern taste, and it's really cool. I say modern taste when I really enjoy some of like the W900s for ATS, but you know what, to each their own. I've got a complicated taste, that's probably the best way to put it. But I still really do like how clean the Renault is, especially in the interior. I mean, it's minimalist, but yet all very modern and, well, just really nice. I really like the dash on it. I'm pretty sure that was the same way as prior to the Evolution update, but you know what? We're gonna go with it. Obviously, as I try out all these different trucks and stuff like that are base game, and I guess mods as well when it comes to ETS2, I'm gonna have to kind of develop which one is my favorite based off, other than what's just based off of me watching people and getting an opinion from there. Actually being able to test out the trucks and see which one I actually like is quite different. Oh yeah, I forgot, it's always roundabouts here. So I can go around here, spin around the circle without taking out the center. Beautiful. Beautiful, I say. So weird, I'm not used to this at all, the constant roundabout situation. It's kind of a mind trip here, people. A little bit of a mind trip. Again, another one? Gee whiz. This is so weird. Almost took out that sign, but we don't worry about that. But yeah, it's just, I'm really enjoying this countryside here. And a little bit of extra roads, and that's why I wanted to do this. I wanted to do a delivery that wasn't just highway driving, because although it's gonna look really good, it's just something. There's something else about the kind of rural aspect of it, and it's actually kind of cool that we've got a highway under construction over here. So it's almost like this is going to be a future expansion, quote unquote. It's kind of cool, actually. It's really cool, to be honest. I was really speeding. I think this is a great idea, kind of a cool way to put it. And then you merge back, and you merge onto a highway that's already complete. What? Oh, that's cool. I love that, because that happens in real life all the time. That was really cool. So it's like they're expanding the highway chunk by chunk, and oh man, I just had a moment of realization, and that is really, really cool. So let's get some cinematic views as we're on the highway here. Well, would you look at that? You probably noticed earlier on in the video there was a little bit more jump cuts. I'm gonna be honest, for those who are watching till this point, you guys get the little inside scoop. I have a little bit of allergies, so a couple times I had a pretty good sneeze, and that you don't want to hear that. So you probably have wondered why there was a couple jump cuts there. That would be why. Sorry for the inconvenience, and sorry that I disrupted your smooth listening. If I can, well, as I try and speak not smooth, but hey ho, I disrupt my smooth, silky voice. I have been actually said that, which, you know what, to each their own. I wouldn't say that my voice is overly soothing. Yeah, sure, it's got a little bit deeper and, I guess, warm, however you want to say that, but I wouldn't say smooth is a good way to say it, especially when it comes to the average way I talk. I'm still learning on how to kind of talk to a screen and carry on a conversation without saying uhs and all that stuff all the time. I'm still learning, people. I'll get there eventually. And looks like we're going over here. I'll get there eventually. But obviously, I am very happy to see that frames are perfectly fine here in Iberia. So that's not an issue, even in the cities, or in the town, that was perfectly fine. I ran some beacons, there was no issue there. So I've just had some little flukes there. Ooh, that guy, oh man, what am I doing? I'm being aggressive, but we're going this way anyways. So we're gonna overtake this dude on the outside. What is that, I think that's a man, or an M-A-N, depending on how you want to say it. There we go. We are on our way here. So it is capping me out at 90 whenever I get up to it, which is respectable, 90 kilometers an hour. It is a external market delivery, of course, so they have the vehicle speed cap on there. I really think it's kind of amazing that this DLC, the Iberia DLC, comes with 40-some cities. I believe, is it 46? I do believe so. It's absolutely amazing. I mean, at least you only have to go deliver to and from, or whatever way, 20. You just have to basically take a delivery to or from 20 cities, which is half-ish, which is certainly a lot more reasonable than all of them. I would really like to see that come to American Truck. Obviously, this DLC was more expensive. I paid about 20 bucks for it instead of the normal kind of 12 to 14 bucks. But respectively, they put a lot of effort into this DLC. We saw all the blog posts on it, and I covered well, at least a latter portion of it. And there's obviously, with all the cities, that's certainly well worth the money. When it comes to the amount that ETS has in their releases, I'm hoping with Wyoming that they will release more small towns within it. Like, I get the American landscape isn't maybe necessarily as tightly woven, I guess you could say. There's a lot more gaps and stuff, but there are a lot of small towns that do have little things that you can deliver to. That's something that a lot of the DLCs for American Truck have been missing as of late. But yet Iberia also now has like the viewpoints and stuff. It was the introduction of it into ETS2, and then it also has a lot of small towns, and as far as they could tell on their little release map and stuff, the small dots were the smaller towns, big dots are the bigger towns and cities. So you can kind of see that on the map as well. So I think that's really cool. Because that paints a little bit more of a picture of maybe what their direction is with these new DLCs. So obviously, I'm really hoping that it comes to the American Truck side of things too, because that would be really nice to be able to do some small town deliveries, I guess you could say. And then same with ETS2, future expansions, I'm sure we'll have a lot of smaller towns too. I know a lot of the maps are quite filled in, and especially if you get the pro mod stuff, then that fills in stuff like crazy. So obviously it just depends on what you run, but it's nice to have base game a little bit more stuff, especially around the Iberian Peninsula, which is honestly quite stunning. And I like these tunnels. You know, I never really go through a ton of tunnels. That was a really bad camera view on my part, but hey-oh. I never really go through a ton. Oh, we got going down to 80 here a little bit. So I'll just release. Oh, we're back up to 90. Okay, that was weird, probably just because it's going through the tunnel. But yeah, it's quite nice to have Iberia now out. That's honestly, I think it's a big sigh of release for SCS Software, because they've been working on that so hard, and it's nice for us to have it as well. And then I guess the next focus then is going to be on the Heart of Russia DLC, which is going to obviously extend more into the Heart of Russia. Now, don't get your hopes up. It's not going to be all of Russia at once. That would be absolutely absurd. Absurd. Again, I have to be able to try and speak here. But obviously, you know what? They're going to work away at it. What in the world is happening here? I have no idea. I am just watching AI try and figure their life out, I think. But I kind of what I was touching on, I am happy that the frames are back. That makes it more enjoyable to watch. I know that was a little bit of an issue in a couple of the mod showcases on ATS side. I don't know why. I think it's just maybe they're not the most popular mods of all, and you know what, I have to go with it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed Wednesday's ATS video. I know probably a lot of you watching this are more ETS2 fans, but I know there are quite a few that will go between the two. Hopefully you enjoyed that. That was probably the most cursed delivery I've ever experienced in my life. It felt like ATS was just broken, and then it occurred to me after, and then I saw there's a few comments on it as well. Most likely the problem was the mod. Oftentimes the heavy transport DLC does not like other truck mods. Respectable in that sense, and so obviously that was probably what broke the guide vehicle situation, and just in general the whole delivery. At least I got paid for it. I mean, ultimately it really doesn't matter, because that profile has a lot of cash. Man, I am struggling today. Oh boy, I guess what happens when you have allergies and you're more focused on trying not to sneeze, and then yeah, it's one of those days. But I wanted to bring you this. Kind of bad timing for my allergies, but you can't control those. Springtime, where I am, there's a lot of blooming and stuff happening, lots of well, to be honest, with the snow gone, because good old Canadians, lots of snow around here generally, and lots of rotting grass and stuff like that that's now been uncovered, and a lot of people have allergies. So in the midst of a pandemic, you now have to try and filter out what's allergy symptoms and what's COVID symptoms, which I am very fortunate that I haven't, and none of my family have been affected by COVID-19. But saying that, I know there are a lot of people that have, especially to the neighbors to my south. You guys, I know, have had a little bit of a rough time there, especially, but I know there's been a lot of improvements, and I encourage everyone to make sure they follow their local guidelines and try and keep everyone safe, because ultimately that's what we need to do to get ourselves through this. But I really don't want to touch on that too much, because you guys have probably heard a lot about that. It probably is an understatement. You have. That's kind of been a hot topic for the last, well, year and a bit now, which is quite insane to think about. If you want to try and also, if for those who are listening to the end, or watching, whatever you want to do, tell me how in the world to pronounce some of these town names, because I want to learn for the next time. So if I try and figure it out, then would you recommend me doing Google Translate and doing the speech function, or just trying to look it up? I don't know. It's just there's so many. I struggle so much on even the American side of things, let alone trying to do it here in Europe. And I mean, so help me when I try and get to the eastern side of Europe, when you start going into the Scandinavian countries. Oh boy, I'm not looking forward to some of those names over there. And all due respect to the area, I love the area. I think the names are really cool and unique. I can't say them for the life of me. I need to turn around here. Okay, let's figure this one out here. Good thing the Renault. I mean, the nice thing about the European trucks compared to the American trucks is that the turning radius on these things are like night and day. So let's try and spin myself around here and try not to cheat. I managed to get the custom license plate working. Man, this is really not working out in my favor here. I guess I shouldn't have done such a long wheelbase truck for this delivery. That probably would have helped. But let's go ahead and flip ourselves around here. It doesn't look like there's much traffic coming from that direction, so I can probably abuse it a little bit over here. So let's go ahead and back up here. I like these loading docks. I wish American Truck had a little bit more of this stuff. Again, I don't like comparing the two games because they are different and they have their own perks and obviously downsides. Mainly perks then downsides. I mean, the games are quite solid in their own sense, and I don't really want to downplay either of them because they're absolutely amazing. So I mean, it's maybe not the perfect most. Oh yeah, there's something there, or is it just the angle? I feel like I'm not parking right. Yeah, I'm probably not. Okay, let's just move over a bit. I want to make sure I get at least the first parking job half decent in Iberia. I don't want to start off on that on such a negative spout here. So let's bring this over. I don't think that really helped. I don't really think that helped. But oh well, you know what? That will do. Thank you guys so much for watching the first episode here in Iberia. Obviously, I will be doing more. Different trucks, different configurations, all that good stuff, all across Europe. This is going to be a really, really cool time. Hopefully, everyone is staying safe and enjoying Iberia. And good luck with the event, because that's going to take a little bit of time. But good thing we have until, I believe it's the 1st or 2nd week of May. So that is always good. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.